What's up, everybody? It's been a hot minute since I have done one of these videos. It's been about 5 weeks because the Ram series was so repetitive in the way that things operated. I didn't think I needed to. But we are done with the Ram series. And I know personally that gives me, I'm so excited, but also some really good things were going on in that series. And a lot of good conversations were happening at home. But also, I just get ADD about things, and so like the fact that we get to jump around to new stories, new topics, that kind of stuff, I'm pretty excited about. So, this week we are doing a series called Sing, and you will remember we did week 1 of Sing all the way back in the first week of September. So, next week we will start a new series called Played It, where we're actually going to go through some stories from the Old Testament, Kings and Chronicles time, which is going to be pretty fun. So this week is a one-off series or one-off week where we're going to again just talk about going through the Psalms. But really, here's the deal: we're going to have our story last week of the Carl videos next week. Because of our series Played It, it's like kind of cooking show, bakery themed. We're going to record me on video doing all the lessons, but we're actually going to record them at the Blissful Whisk. And if you've ever been there, if you've never been there, first of all, go there. It's right off Barker, like right down the street from Wendy's on the north side of the freeway. They have this little side area with like a fake kitchen that they use for some classes and stuff. And so they're going to let us record all of our videos there, which is going to be super, super fun. But anyway, so this week, Carl video, the video is going to play. And then after the video, we're going to jump into our small groups. And let me just hit you with these questions in the small groups. What is sin? What does it mean to confess sin? And why is it important to tell God about the wrong things we've done? That's a huge question because we tell kids God knows everything. He knows everything no matter if you tell him or not. So why is it important that we tell him? Read Psalm 32, 3-5. What do you think happens if we don't confess our sin? What makes it hard for you to confess when you've done something wrong? How do you show forgiveness to someone, and how do you know God forgives you when you confess your sin? So those are our discussion questions, which again, for the younger kids, they're going to be able to answer them. But this idea of abstract versus concrete for kindergartners, they're going to say the answers without necessarily knowing what they're saying, whereas our older kids can really get into this. And so this is where we talk about this, like we want these really good volunteer number ratios of like, this week, a couple people had some things that were out of town. So I was in the 4th and 5th grade room. I had 21 4th and 5th graders. And the week that we talked about touch, and one of the parents was like, so did you guys talk about like, healthy boundaries and sex outside of marriage? And I was like, no, with 21 kids and just me, no, we didn't talk about that. Like, I think that's a great conversation to have. And I think 5th graders can have that conversation, but that's not a small group. And I am not going to address that and then confuse the heck out of some kids. So I say all of that to go, when you ask that question, why is it important to tell God about the wrong things we've done, and what do you think happens if we don't confess our sin? That's a really good small group conversation. It's really hard to have a small group conversation with 30 kids, and sometimes our kindergarten and first grade groups have to combine, and that's what it feels like. So then we'll have a reflection piece, reading some more Bible verses, just asking that question, how do we know God loves us? An activity for the preteen area, so it's an older kids activity. It will not work well for the younger kids. Fun fact, let's take a side note. I have people now working on the curriculum, and I guess I'll say who it is for November. It's Carolyn Snavely and Linda Litz, specifically so that they can design it to work well for younger and older kids. So when I say like, hey, it's a preteen activity, don't use it for younger kids. Starting next week, we're going to actually be like having like, hey, this one's really great for older kids, but this one's really great for younger kids. So that's going to be exciting. So anyway, they have a printable, and they're asking if there are things that they want to confess to God. So they're basically writing down those confession pieces. Pray for your group. You can practice the memory verse. Again, it's a 1-week thing because next week we'll have a whole memory verse, or a memory verse for the whole month. And then finally, a activity, Know Your Leader, where you're basically going to give them 2 truths and a lie. And I'm going to tell you 3 things, and 2 of them are true, 1 of them is false. See if you can guess which one of those things is false, and then you can have them take their own turn afterwards, if that would work for them. Again, sometimes kids are really bad about that, but you can certainly give that a shot. So, that being said, that is the day. That's the weekend. And then we, like I said, we jump into a new series next month. Also, this Sunday is our trunk or treat. Dude, come out. Come, bring your kids and come get some free candy. My office, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Like, this is just like what wouldn't fit in another part of our building. So, like, even my office has just become like a holding cell for candy. Guys, I haven't opened it. Haven't eaten any of it. So, yay me. Have a great day. Have a great week. If you have any questions, just holler at me. And yeah, we'll have a great day. Great week. All right. Peace out, guys.